Okay, so quick little tutorial on how to make something for a session that uses multiple meshes or multiple materials. It's not hard, there's just some special stuff to it that I'll explain. So imagine you have your meshes, but they all use different materials. You have the AR shorts materials, the belt with the metallic and the belt itself, and the underwear. The question is, how can you make sure that you can put it in game? Well, for example, if you want to be able to have different pants textures, you will only have to be able to choose one belt texture and one underwear texture, but that's for an Unreal. The first step is to make sure these all have the same name for the UV maps, so UV 0, 0, and 0. This means we can just shift click all of them and press Ctrl J. Now they are joined, so we can now sculpt them so they look together. So now we can just sculpt them around the body. Make sure they don't clip. I'm just rigging these to the flannel with the short sleeves, but you could do this for other stuff as well. This just as an example. I'll just pull this back a bit and this as well. Oh, okay. Let me just check with some other pants how they look. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. So, you have your mesh. It has. Oh, okay. So I'll just sculpt this. I might edit this out of the video or not. Probably not because I'm pretty lazy. But anyway, so yeah, you have your mesh. Assuming that you already know how to make stuff, but you're just watching this video, you want to delete all the vertex groups and you want to transfer them from the body. So just transfer, put it to all layers, smooth the weights as well, all groups, put it to 3 iterations, and you also do the armature, but I assume you already know this by watching bliztkow's video. So now you have one, wait, so you have to, what's this? Okay, so now you have one UV map, and you have all your vertex groups, and you have your armature. So you have your armature, you have your, oh, that was wrong. So you have your armature, you have your vertex groups, and you have the materials and one UV map. This is the most important thing. So you can delete the ones you don't need. I'll do this really quickly. So I don't need any of the finger ones. Let me see. I can take this one off and just check. Okay, so this doesn't use any. Spine one has something in the front. Oh, okay, we can also delete all of these. But yeah, this is all. You already know this if you've made other meshes. So the only ones you really need are the ones for the legs and stuff if you're making pants. So this should do it. Yeah, okay, so that will do it. So you all transform them. You check the armature, you check the materials and stuff. If you want to make sure you merged everything well, you can do it again if you want. Oh, so you go back to object mode, select this, shift select the armature, and then export it. So you use your preset or whatever you use. Okay, you export it. This one takes a while, I guess, because it's pretty heavy. So then we're going into Unreal, and in Unreal nothing really changes. So we're going to replace a pair of pants. So we are going to AMX, and then we are going to replace the let's say we want to replace the baggy pants. You also want to do this for the lower body. So I've already used or made one. So I'm going to copy the name, delete this one, and then drag in the mesh that I just made. You want to make sure for the materials that you import them all. I just put this and it worked for me. I don't know if there is a better way or not, but this is important so that you have all your materials. Okay, you want to click this away. Alright, so of course you rename it, and then since we are going to replace the AR shorts or pants, we want to delete this one, but we are not deleting the metal for the belt, this material for the underwear, and this one for the this for the belt buckle, and this is for the belt itself. So now we are again going to take these three materials, and we are also going to put them in the same folder of the materials that we use to switch out the belt. So now I'm going to check for some textures that I can use. Let's say we want to do so I'll do some basic ones. Let's go with the Dickies variations. So I'll put them in here. Or no, let's go with some less basic ones. These will look bad in session. So for example, take these. You want to drag these in here, but you also want to drag in the textures for the belt and stuff. So we want to use the underwear texture. Let's take the basic gray one, or let's take the brown one. And then you also want to use the belt. I have to check what the prefix is of the belt, because I don't know on the by heart or whatever. Yeah, it should be this one. So let's say I want to take the Punk and Yo belt. you also want to put it in here. It's important that you just make sure you put everything that you need in there so that it looks good. And then we're also going to take the default normals if they use some. Okay, so now we have our textures set, we have our materials, and we have our mesh over here. So we want to replace the pants. So we do all the texture stuff. But yeah, this is just the same as doing it for meshes with one material. Or this is how I do it at least. So you make sure you put normal and the base color and stuff. Oops. Okay, so you click apply. It might take some time. You click apply, you click save. So then you can just go ahead and replace all the other textures there are. Okay, so it goes pretty fast like this. Okay, so now you've done the materials of your pants, but you also want to make the material for the belt and the underwear. So this one's for the underwear. So what you're going to do is just take your texture, put it in here. Make sure you delete this, and then you're just going to drag this RGB, and to make it not shiny, just do add, connect this to the roughness, and then make this 0.9 or 1, whatever. This is so that it's not shiny. And then for the belt, you want to use the other texture. You can look up stuff on YouTube on how to make like shiny materials. For example, for the buckle, I would look it up, but for the sake of the video I won't, and I'll just do it pretty simple. Also make sure it's not obligated, but I always make sure stuff's two-sided. So I'm saving all this. I'm make this one two-sided as well. For this material, I'll try to replicate something. Let's see if there's like a something gray, and then yeah, I don't know. Yeah, okay, I don't know. I'd have to look it up, so I'll just use the same texture, and then it will not look shiny, but it's you get the idea. I think I'll have to make a copy though. So yeah, I'll just copy this, add. Okay, so now I have all my other materials set. So when I go to the meshes tab, the scale mesh tab, and I go to lower body, and I go to my pants, you can see that everything has its material except for the shorts. So you want to make these, I think is this. No, it's clothes, I think. Okay, and then you want to go to then we have our then we have our multiple material mesh. So we save it, make sure it's right. I'll check real quick with some other pants. Yeah, oh, it's met ID. So make sure the textures that you want to be able to change in game, you have to make sure it's the right slot name. All the rest can be whatever, it doesn't really matter. You want to save, all, and then you want to cook it and replace it just like you would with any other mesh. And now you just let the extra textures and the extra materials, you let them be in their folders. You zip it up, and then it's done, just like any other mesh. And then you import it in the session mod manager, and it should work. If there's any questions, don't mind to send me a DM or anything, and I'll gladly respond. Okay. Uh, if you guys want anything else that I make a video on, let me know as well. Bye bye.